The main problem is that Ijesha has two sets of lawyers. The first set are the normal due process conservative group, and the other one is led by me. The ones that are seen as volatile, as radical, as activist, as confrontational. And the first group of lawyers believe in negotiating their way out and compromise. And they've told us that our crusade is too strong for them and it's antagonizing the police. And it's not making the police, that the police has been, before we came into the matter, the police has been cooperative. I can't make much, with due respect, I can't make much agreement with that. A person has been in detention for several days, for weeks on end, and said the police is cooperating. That's their belief. And the police, and I will mention name, that's the D10, as headed by Margaret Igboralu. She's a senior police officer. They call her unit, maybe the gender unit and all that. That she's comfortable with that. As at Tuesday morning, I was there, and I think I made a brief report, and I met her, and she was hostile. She was directing. In fact, the interface was interesting, you know. She came down from her office and then piloted me to where Ijesha is in the general cell, and they brought the man out, and then the man came out looking very morose, very depressed, almost lifeless, just nodding his head and all that. And then the madam was attacking me. A lawyer, you are saying that he's lean, he's emaciated, he's limping. Were we beating him here? As well, I said, it's what I saw. He said, no, he has even, the man has even put on weight in detention. I said, it's what I saw, that I narrated. I never saw you people torture him. And he didn't tell me that. And he now said, well, you have to work with a particular lawyer, a colleague of mine. I said, why should I have to work with him? That is the person that she knows. I said, well, from whom did I get the number, the telephone number of this person? We pay proper respect to colleagues, whether they're junior, whether they're senior, whether they're contemporary or not. But our style is not the style of many. Our style is to be engaging, is to be audacious, is to be courageous, and it's not to plead for what is the entitlement of ourselves or of our clients. That's what they term confrontational, and we don't negotiate. And we shouldn't negotiate. And we can't negotiate. And so I asked Ijesha, okay, where are your people? Because at that time, that was around 11 or something, nobody was on ground. And he said, well, he doesn't have their contact, but the phone, but the contacts is the phone. Where's your phone? It's with Madame. It was referring to Margaret Igboralu, the head. I didn't know her rank, so I wouldn't want to make a mistake about whether she's a CSP or DSP or ASP or whatever it is. So no disrespect is meant in that regard. I don't know her rank, but I know she's the head of the gender unit and all that. And so so I said, Madam, this the phone. She helped to get the charger, or another police officer to get the charger to charge the thing. That's where the drama began. So, Madam, want to get contact? I said, well, I need to charge it, all this. But lawyer, why do you say that? We are taking care of this man. This man was throwing up. Somebody has a sensitive stomach. I wouldn't know. What I know, when I saw him, that he was depressed and he was limping. So she went up to her base, and I went back and maintained a vigil for about an hour. When it was like 12 is it 12:15 or so, or 12:30? I was back with my team in our office. So, madam, what about the phone? He said, which phone? Phone that is not, is just about 2%. I said, we can even work with that, but for the past 1.5 hours, the issue of this other colleague came up. Is this other person that I know? Is this other person that I know? I said, oh, you are the one now to be determining who to work with and to direct. Just no. I said, this is not acceptable. This is not acceptable. So she didn't allow us to access anything. And I left. That was around 1 or so. And I left. Later in the afternoon, around 2:45 or 3, my team went back. I didn't go with them because I had spoken with the other fellow, the learned council colleague, and it was not too palatable. The issue of somebody stealing their glory came in. Which glory? Which glory is being stolen? Which glory that is being stolen? As Yoruba people say, "Agbon ti lómi inú tẹ́lẹ̀ kójò tó rọ̀." The coconut is already full of water before the rain started falling. Which glory is being stolen? So, but my team went back, and then to our shock, in the office of Margaret Igodalo, there are issues now being talked about money, about the bail bond needs to be paid and all that, and a lady lawyer was all privy to all that, and they are checking Baba Ijesha's phone and to be seeing whether how much money has accrued there, what money has not come in there, and then being urged. The lady lawyer was urging, and with, of course, Margaret Igodalo acceding to it, that they should raise the money, that money is going to be paid, that is certified, it is a money that is received, and that is paid. And to make matters worse, when my team interacted with the relatives and supporters of people that were outside, they said, well, we have the video where we have the shorties here, the sibling, the blood relative that the court has said is there, and it was pointed to my team, a lady, and then the person with a level 10 officer, he ran. But I are telling my people, but that bail has to be paid. All efforts at educating them, I say, no, it's not security, this is bail bond, it's money guarantee you sign. They said, no, this is what has came about Ijesha. I challenge the police to refute this. I challenge to refute this. How can we continue like this in this country? And so people who don't know, they will say, oh, it's the judiciary. So the mention was even made that money will be given to the ASR, money will be sent to DPP, and this and that, and that is all this is what is done. Members of the family were telling my team that that's what is done everywhere, that even at the FCC you pay money, at Alagman you pay. What kind of rubbish? Now, well-wishers, some journalists, well-wishers of Yemi Fabi, of the man detained, who start begging me not to relent. I said, no, let's have it. The gentleman was just looking morose. He's clearly intimidated. He's clearly intimidated. And of course, like the normal Nigerian, the guy is not a fighter. That's what I can surmise. Just looking helplessly on, just looking helplessly on. And I told his admirers and supporters that, look, how could you begin to fight for a weakling? So people say, oh, maybe it's not the judiciary. Some people will say, the opponents of Baba Ijesha, they are very powerful. They have pressed button, nobody pressed button. The situation is, I've told you. And I'm speaking with all felicity. Somebody may think they are running them down. Well, that's your business. The truth of what I've said. All these things happened. All this happened. How can you be monetizing bail? And lawyers will be acceding to that. How can you be acceding? How can you accede to the monetization of bail? The burden that the magistrate has not imposed. So don't give the police the judiciary a bad name. I've said it in my first broadcast that kudos to Chief Magistrate Tony Ogre. Anybody trying to use her name to make money, that person is not serious. It's not the truth. There's no demand. The magistrate never ordered that money be paid. And my personal integrity is involved, and I need to speak up because all the press, no, is Baba Ijesha lawyer, is Baba Ijesha lawyer, is Baba, is he no, what is happening? Also, all those other counsels saying somebody is stealing your glory. Nobody is stealing your glory. If I have any glory at all, it is enough for me. Who is stealing anybody's glory? Who is taking your job? Who is taking your job? Who is taking your job? But the interest is that justice must be served without any compromise. So it's an opportunity for me to lecture Nigerians. You go, don't, this idea of that bail, they are just cheating. Anybody who tells you that so bail is put as so, and then you have to pay. That person is fraudulent, is trying to extort money, obtain money from you. Except where the other is that it is security. If security on bail, then you have to pay. Otherwise, it's just a money guarantee where you undertake. This is the truth. This is the truth. My people that saw Baba Ijesha yesterday, I went to the office of the DCP yesterday for some other matters. Now people went there to see, to participate in the charade that is going on. So for people asking me, direct your inquiry to those other lawyers that are comfortable working with the police, and the police are comfortable, Margaret Igadalo specifically, comfortable to work with them. Everybody knows our reputation. We don't give bribe. We don't give money. And there's no need to give money. Once again, I'm challenging all those that I've mentioned this. If they disagree with me, if this thing is not happen, if it's an invention, Baba Ijesha should be released. Baba Ijesha should be released. Nigerians must learn never, ever